Okay. Now, one of the first things whenever we are using medians and means to report is that we need to perform a test for data normalcy, or what we call a test for data normality. Okay. Yes, I'll explain how to work with those two. So when data takes a bell-shaped curve, then we say it meets the first test of normality. All right, we can test it using skewness where the value is less or equals to 2. All right, so the first approach is to use skewness. All right, don't worry, Excel is also able to do this. We can also test for kurtosis, where the value should be less or equals to 7. All right, so when it's less, for skewness, when it's less or equals to 2, then that data normality is normal. If it's beyond these two, then it's abnormal. Under kurtosis, when it's less or equals to 7, it's normal. If it's outside this, that we are saying now more than 7, that is abnormal. All right? When data is not independent of each other, then we lose normality. Okay? Why is this important? It is important whenever we are reporting. Okay? So just give me another minute. Away from the p-test, we look at when to use means. Okay, when to use means. Now, we use means when the data set is normal and medians when the data set is not normal. Okay, so when the data is normal, so this one is normal. Data is positive for normal. Then we use means. Normal data means that it's evenly distributed, right? Like we don't have outliers. When will a data be abnormal? For example, if we are asking maybe for salary, right, or income, and then you find that most people, let's say, maybe they are maybe $200, $500, okay? But then you find that within this range, we have one that does maybe 1,500. Right? Or even maybe, let me just put 30,000. Even maybe that 300. So you see, 500 and 3,000, it means this 3,000 is an outlier. Okay, so the skewness is the one that brings these outliers are the ones that brings this skewness. Right? So if you're going to use this value here to find the mean, then the mean, this will raise the mean, and it will give you a value that is not a representative of the population. That's why we require median. Median uses what we call percentage. Okay? First, quarter, second, percentile, third, and fourth. So you want to see how are people distributed on your percentile here. Okay? Yes. So median uses this. So median looks at how is it distributed. All right? How is it distributed? So it takes care of this skewness. Median takes care of abnormal data. So if your data is abnormal, you don't use means. You don't use average. You use median. A lot of people don't usually test it out. Okay? Anyway, So why median and how do we use median? When you are reporting using median, okay, for example, let's see whether there's an example here. When reporting on means, we use standard deviation. E.g., the mean height of the student was found to be 170 centimeters, and the standard deviation was 6.5 centimeters. So mean has to be coupled with the standard deviation. Okay. When reporting on medians, we use interquartile ranges. E.g., the median cost for first ANC visit was 50 and the interquartile range was 30 to 300. So you see this part here, okay? It takes care of the skewness. It tells us the median is 50. So most people are paying 50, all right? But there are those who went up to paying, there are those who are paying 30 and others are paying up to 3,000. Sorry, 300. Okay, that takes care of the mean. So if you're reading this report and you're a researcher, you understand. It tells you something about how your data looks like, how the population, how the sample was like. All right? Yes. Now, that is just that. Let's come back to our data set. So just have that at the back of your mind. Now, we had these options here. We said the other option is to report this in categorical format. Find how many people reported portions means at, find the counts, right? Find the counts for this. How do we do it? Okay. Now, there are two ways you can do this. You can use counts and you can use your frequencies. Okay. You can use counts and you can use your frequencies because it's already numeric. Oh, select one. Oh, okay. There's no worries. There's no worry. So, for that, you'll come here under your visualization here. Okay. Now, okay, let me go with the most best way. If you want to use this, I'm just going to go back to transform here. And then we are going to break that table away, okay? So we can opt to duplicate this. Now, if you don't want to run the duplicate, if you don't want to run the duplicate like this, okay, you can always just maybe delete. And you just do something called, you come to new source here, and you say blank query, all right? Under this blank query here, you can see it starts with a source.